So you've got a Fursona, and you want to create some lore around it, but you can't really think where to start. Well, while the UK is melting into a puddle, here are 5 Pokemon that you could totally base your Fursona around. Number 1. Ninetales. So not only is Ninetales a cute and adorable floof, but it could also be super useful for anybody looking to create lore around their Sona, because legend has it that if you grab one of Ninetales' tails, then you'll be met by a 1000-year curse. And this is where it can get quite interesting, because in terms of your Sona, if you've got tail or anything you don't want to be grabbed, you can see if you grab that tail, you'll be met by a 1000-year curse. And you get to decide what curse that is. It could be something negative, like you smell like a fursuit after a 4-week furcon. Or it could be something nice and positive, like every morning you'll be met by 4, not 2, not 5, but 4 head pats every single morning. So what curse would you give? Pop them down on the comments, whatever it is, down there. Number 2. Ditto. Okay, I know, this is a little bit of a weird one because Ditto's not really a Pokemon you'd think of when creating a Fursona. But hear me out, okay? What does Ditto do? Ditto transforms into things it can see. And that could be a really interesting concept for somebody perhaps who struggles standing out from the crowd, who hasn't quite found themselves, or someone like me who finds themselves almost imitating the person they're being social with. So this would be such a cool personality idea, and it could also be a bit of a safety net for somebody who is struggling with those issues. Number 3. Deerling! So this is another Pokemon that makes such a cute Sona, but I'm more interested in the characteristics because of like lore purposes. Because Deerling is so fucking cute because it changes its colours and patterns every single season. So you got spring, summer, autumn and winter, they all change colours. And I think that's a really cool concept that you could use for your Sona. Because let's say you're somebody that again can't really stick with one kind of colour and feel. I think this is such a cool idea because you get to change it every single season. And more yet, you can choose when you change it. You can either have it at seasons or you can have it like actual holidays, like you've got like Christmas, Easter, summer and Halloween or anything like that. That would be up to you. You can choose when and where you want to. And better yet, if you're not an artist and you can't really create all these things, I think it'd be a really fun challenge by sending your Sona to 4 different people and give them all a season each and see what they come up with, because you can get so many different designs whilst also really not needing them to connect because it's all seasonal. But that's just a fun wee challenge in the side, and it would be up to you what you want to do. Number 4. Levani. So Levani is a weird and lesser known Pokemon, but here's why it makes the list. Because Levani is known as a parenting Pokemon, and it's often like makes clothes out of leaves, or just like looks after smaller Pokemon. And I think that's such a neat concept for somebody who perhaps who likes looking after their friends, or even better yet, somebody who likes looking after new people in the furry fandom. Because trust me, it can be a lot. But I think this is a really cool concept which promotes positivity within the fandom, because I think sometimes we just kind of need that. We need that positivity from within the fandom. So, is there anybody that you know would fit this vibe, or this Pokemon Fursona? Comment them down below, I'd love to meet them. Number 5. Wholesome Minnow. So, do you have a best friend who's also struggling with their Sona? Well, why don't you try a Pulse and Minimum approach? Because in the games, Pulse and Minimum are often seen in like double battles fighting as a team, and they're also seen as like helping each other with Helping Hand, and they're also known as the cheering Pokemon, which is absolutely adorable. But also the important part is that they're not dependent on each other. So you can still have that individual aspect of yourself, which I think is quite important to quite a few people. And here's where it gets interesting. Because you can have like opposites in terms of perhaps like personality, or you can have opposites in terms of what color your Sona is. Like with Pulse and Minimum, they've got like the reds and the blue cheeks and stuff that makes them different. Or even you can have them as different physically, so you can have big and strong, or small and weak, or anything you want. The mixtures can be anything you guys want to have, and that's where it'd be quite fun. But tell me down in the comments, do you have a friend that is completely opposite from you are, but you absolutely love them anyway? I'd love to hear about it. So those were 5 Pokemon that you could totally base your Fursona around. Is there any that I missed? Is there any Pokemon that you based your Fursona off of? Please pop them down in the comments, I'd love to hear. I've also got my Twitter, where if you want to post your Fursona, I'd love to see them. And if you want to talk to me live, pop over to Twitch. I'm also live there, usually Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, 6 PM UK time. I'd love to hear from you. But more importantly, guys, remember that you mattered yesterday, you mattered today, and you matter tomorrow. And I love you. Mwah! Why are my eyes looking up? What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Why am I looking up? There we go. Okay, we're sorted. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I obviously saw, like... I'm still looking! So, you've got a Fursona, and you want to create some lore around it, but you don't really know where to start. Well, why don't you hit your Oculus controls together? That's how you start it. And what it does, what the interesting part... Fuck. I need to stop waffling. I'm a waffler. Waffler. Who wants to look after new first? The furry. Number 5. Pulse and Minimum. So this is an. Let me start with this. I think I'm going fucking mad. Okay, it's fine. It's fine, Woofles. You got this. You got this. Oh. That's why they call me Woofles Fast Hands. Okay, here we go.